Hello, welcome to YHELPtalk with Sarah. Today we are here with Tiffany Gresham, Assistant Principal, discussing how to prepare for going back to school. Hi, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us about yourself and your organization.
So, like you said, my name is Tiffany Gresham. I'm going into my third year as an assistant principal with Prince William County Public Schools. I am currently at Garfield High School, serving as the AP. Prince William County Schools, we are a really big district. We have 13 high schools, and I don't even know how many middle schools and elementary schools, but serve over, our school itself has over 2,400 students.
How are our school and mental health related?
School and mental health are intertwined because, number one, you need to have a clear mind in order to be able to focus on anything that the teachers or the school is trying to provide you. So making sure that your mental health is in check is the number one thing to me, not just for school, but for life in general. So in order to be able to, to perform at your highest capacity, we have to make sure that students are in a good mental space.
And how can teens prepare for going back to school?
Several ways. Number one, they need to make sure that their mental health is in check. Number two, I think one things that teens don't do, because I know I didn't do this when I was in high school, and obviously because we don't, you know what you know for where you are, but think about what your goals are before you even get into the building. And then once you think about what your goals are, you need to think about how you're going to accomplish those goals and who do you need within the school to help you to even accomplish those.
Right.
I think that's the number one.
And what would you say are the biggest challenges students face at school?
I think there are multiple, but I think one of the biggest challenges is understanding that it's okay to be yourself, not trying to impress others. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that students face.
And how can you form healthy study habits?
Number one, you need to know what type of learner you are. In which I just learned this as an adult. So for a kid to think about it, that's something even a little more difficult. However, that's something that we are trying to focus on at the school to get students to understand what type of learner they are. Once they learn what type of learner they are, then they can establish their study habits. Because not everybody is good with reading over notes 1,000 times or writing things multiple times. People learn in different ways. We're all different. So they need to learn what type of learner they are, and then they can develop their habits.
And how much do friends play an important part?
Oh, huge. Because if you're hanging around the wrong crowd, or, that crowd that's always talking negative about school, then you're going to tend to think negative about school as well, even if you were taught otherwise. So it's always good to surround yourself by positive people. My mom used to always say birds of a feather flock together. So you have to make sure that you're surrounding yourself by rich people.
Do you think that students should participate in activities?
Of course. It teaches them a lot. It teaches them teamwork. It teaches them discipline. It helps boost confidence. I think one of the things that our teenagers struggle with nowadays is working with others in communication. The biggest thing, communication skills. So I think activities bring out a lot of positive in our young people.
And who can teens talk to at school for support?
So we have what's called a trusted adult. So a lot of the times, teenagers find people within the building that they feel comfortable with talking to. It can be anyone, from the principal all the way down to, someone that they just go through the lunch line to get lunch from, whoever they feel comfortable with. We don't put a limit to who they can talk to.
And if students experienced any challenges last year, would you say this year could be a fresh start for them?
Oh, yeah. As long as you wake up, you can always start over.
Right.
But it's getting them to know that. So that's something that we have to do at the schools, getting them to understand just because you may have failed 2 classes last year doesn't mean you're going to do the same thing this year. And maybe the outcome of certain things that happened within the school year last year wasn't what the student wanted, but it's okay because you have another chance.
And how can anyone follow or support your organization?
Well, following, I'm not a big social media person. I have to get better, like YHELP. However, when it comes to support, really, I think I need to reach out more so people can understand what it is we actually need. But the support like we get from YHELP coming in and talking to our students, a lot of the time, one thing that I have noticed is students grasp more when people come in. We don't need the donations. We can write grants to get the money. They need to see physical people to understand that you have people out there that will take the time, that care for you. They will take their time to come out and talk to you. So the support of getting individuals out is, I think, the most effective.
Okay, amazing. Love that. Thank you for watching. Please go to yhelpnow.com and follow at YHELPNow for all mental health and life skill resources. And Tiffany, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Bye-bye.